Hello everyone, this is Darwell20, and welcome to episode 51 of Darwell20's Let's Play of ATM10, where today I'm swapping out a electric macerator for a centrifuge. And the reason for that is I want to do stuff. So you're going to go there, and you're going to do that, and you need an MV hull so you can run a little bit faster. And then I'm going to need your carbon that you already have, which is awesome. Because between episodes, I learned from looking at stuff that you should be able to insert coal. You know what I need is coal dust. Cool. And let's make sure that there's a crafting card in there so that we always make that if we need it. We can do coal dust instead of this stuff. Instead of coal coke. And that will remove this bottleneck from the synthetic oil line. Cool. So right now you will turn coal dust into carbon dust, and that'll be cool. Alright, and pretty quickly we should boost up some efficiency. I haven't quite figured out how efficiency is, like, different machines I guess have different efficiency maxes. Like, you know, this one gets up to efficiency 18. But I only have an advanced, like, I don't have any upgrades in him, just the advanced machine hull. This one gets up to 2. So I'm guessing different machines equal different layers of efficiency? I mean, I don't know. Long story short, this is what I'm working on today. So you should be processing. That's cool. I want to see you burn through all this coke dust and then continue to make with carbon dust, because you should be able to do this. Right? Yeah. Carbon dust plus water equals raw synthetic oil. Right? Same thing as the coke dust. So this should work. So it'll burn up all its coke dust and then proceed. So today I want to get a couple things going. One, I made the HV storage units and the HV to MV transformers between episodes. I want to use those to get my base a little bit more efficient with power. Now, we're not going to be producing enough power for HV, I don't think. There we go, you're working. Cool. All right. Now, you might need some... we'll see if we need add-ons or not. I don't know. I'm going to let you run for a bit. So, did a little rewiring between episodes. Nothing too crazy. Just, you know, did convert this. I think did this off camera, right? Made this, like, the synthetic oil thing. So that's cool. So that we'd have enough of this. And that's cooking again. These guys all need upgrading their power. And that's what I want to work on today. So I'm not going to have enough power gen for HV, but it should work, right? I should only have to do this. Right? And that should be cool. Now, your electrum cable is 0, but we'll fix that in a minute. How come you're not sending power? Do I need to, like, MV to HV for him to receive the power? That's a question. That's actually a very good question. Let's remove you. Let's do something about that. So if I did an MV cable here, right? And then we did MV to HV. Right? And now you have a high voltage transforming power. Right? Now, can I put an HV storage unit like this? And you'll start getting that. Cool. All right. Sweet. Okay. And we're getting 512 transfer because each of these does 128. Cool. Okay. So that's cool. Okay. So you have to convert it up, right? Because these are MV steam turbines. Now tell me, do we have HV steam turbines? Ooh, we do. Ooh, we should do that. Isn't that what we should do? That's what we should do. That's what we should do. Wouldn't that be cooler? Can I get HV steam turbine times 4 by chance? We're going to need more steel plates and more gold plates. That's not a problem for me. Should be fine. Cool. In fairness, I could have made like 2 at a time. Right? There's nothing saying I couldn't have done that. But I've known that I'm going to need more stuff, right? So, like, what I should really do, if I remove all these... Oh, I guess I do need them, don't I? That's still 4,000, right? Yes. So if I remove you and then remove you, you're still 4,000. So that kind of negates the need for that. Yes, that's cool. Why are you not... Oh, you're out of power. That's right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Do we have enough to get 2 more of those? No. How about 1 more? Yes. So then what I do is I simply... And then we don't have to worry about this nonsense, right? All we do instead is we throw down HV steam turbines. 1, 2, 3, and then eventually a 4th. And then an HV storage unit. And then you guys output, output, and output. Is that cool? Nice. And that's measured in millions VU. That's cool. And look, you have a UI. The other ones don't have a UI, but this one has a UI. Nice. That's cool. Okay, and then we can output directly to you, right? And then what we can do is we can initially, just to get our, stuff running again, is do a HV to MV transformer. But this is not going to be the permanent solution. Right? Why can't you... There you go. Okay. So you're going to go there. You're going to get a bunch of power. And then you should be able to output your electrum. And everything's going to come back online. Cool. But now we have higher throughput that we can take advantage of to get more power to more machines. So what I want to do is upgrade all of these to have advanced machine holes in them, so they can accept MV power, right? I thought I made a bunch of these, but I maybe didn't. So let me come back in a few minutes. I need to wait for some resources to happen. And when we get back, what I'll do is get ready to upgrade these guys with advanced machine holes. Is that cool? Because that's basically the plan, right? If we upgrade all these guys to advanced machine holes, then they can accept MV power, and then I think we'll be in better shape. Because right now we're choking on power because we have like a small LV line feeding like 20 machines. And that's not great. Alright, so off camera, made a few machine holes and upgraded all the machines on this side. So all of these have advanced machine holes in them now. And what I did is I ran an MV cable up here, very dire wire, gonna fix, so that this side is all MV cables and this side is all LV cables. Is that cool? So what I'm thinking I'll do, and I'm thinking this will be cool, is let's get rid of this transformer for a minute. And I'm going to have two separate lines of MV cables that are not connected to each other. And I think that would be neat. And I think that should be doable. I'm just having fun wiring things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's fun. I'm just really enjoying it. So let's get rid of this LV transformer, because I don't think I need anything here at the moment. Okay? I'm just going to get rid of you entirely. Okay? And instead, we're going to probably get rid of all this. Because this is very dire wire. But this is what I'm solving right now. We're going to take this transformer, and we're going to run high voltage cable. And then we're going to tack it on to here. Okay? So what we'll do is we'll do an MV, HV to MV. Okay. Make sure that that's facing that way. That should be getting power now. And then you should be able to go and output like that. Okay? And then you're going to go up to this line of machines. Now, I'm also going to have you and you temporarily, just to keep things running over there, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay? But then this, in fact, let me do this. I want to, like, split this properly. Okay, that's how I want it. Okay? So I should be able to, if I understand how these wires connect correctly, do this and this, but then disconnect these connections so that we have one MV line this way, and then we can have one MV line this way. Okay? And all we have to do is not break, but like separate the lines so that they don't overlap. Okay? And then you guys are going to all need medium holes. And we're going to need a few more medium holes. Which luckily is pretty quick to make. Not too shabby. Okay. So you guys are all upgraded. That means just you, and you, and then the ones behind, which will be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? So then, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, we can't shift click that, we have to like normal click that. 3. Cool. So see how that's like not connected now? So we have dedicated one MV channel, another MV channel. Almost think of this, like if it helps, think of it like this, right? Where we have a dense cable and then it's splitting MV cables. It's kind of like that, realistically. Okay? So then we can do the same thing here, right? We just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just... It doesn't hurt if they're connected temporarily, but this way, like, they're not sharing... Like, they have dedicated transfer lines. So we can send 1,000 on this side and 1,000 on this side, rather than 1,000 for both. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay. How's that look? Is that neat? I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Upgrading all these guys to advanced machine holes has been fun. Because now everybody's going to run a lot faster, which is awesome. Right? And you guys are, like, getting close to, you know, being full of stuff. I'm assuming that you're still having no problems running, right? Oh, yeah, look how fast that goes. I did throw some upgrades into steel, because, like, I was slow on steel for a minute. But that's awesome, right? So now, what we can do is pretty much, you know, the same thing over here, right? So I can run you, okay, and that, do I want two separate lines for these? I think I could probably pull off one, and then if I need to separate them, I can. Because so far, I've not had a problem with power on all these machine lines, so I think we just repeat the same pattern. I'm cool with that. So instead of MV to LV, we get rid of all this. Okay. And then you're going to have... I guess if I want to do it properly from the start, I should split it. Because there's no harm in doing that. I think that there's no harm in doing that. I agree with that assessment. Okay. So what we'll have is an HV to MV sit here. Okay. And then an HV to MV sitting here. Okay. And then we can get rid of all this cabling. And you're going to go up. Cool. And then up here, these guys can all become the better tier of machine. Assemblers may already be mid-tier, but meh, whatever. No, I don't even know. I'll just put them all in there. They all seem to be dropping on energy, so I'm going to assume that this is doing something. And this one's far easier to transfer, because, like, we don't have things adjacent to stuff. Right? And then same deal here. Okay, now everybody should be getting power and being able to run. Cool? How great is that? And then that'll speed up our Cooper nickel production, which we're a little slow on. Not the end of the world. Cool. Good deal. All right. And then the final one would be this one. I guess technically what I should do is have you here. And then you can run some electrum cables. Might need more than that, actually, but we'll find out. Here. Cool. And then you don't need any of this. And that's pretty awesome. There's probably like a shortcutty way to replace cables. I don't know. If there is, I apologize for doing this. What is obviously the slower way. Like there might be like a replace in place kind of thing, but this ain't so bad. Cool. Right. So now everybody should be powered. I do need to put MV holes in all these things. Let me get 10 more of those. Oh, maybe not. What's going on with... Oh, we're out of antimony? We should have antimony. Why do we have antimony dust, but no antimony? Where's antimony come from? Is that buddy over here? What happened to you? Why you no run? Back up and running. I think that's where antimony comes from, right? Yeah, that's where antimony comes from. So now we should be cool. Alright, so... holes across the board. I might have enough to do these. We're going to be close. I didn't count, but I think we're cool. Now we're short 2. Am I missing something about how antimony works here? Well, I have 2 antimony ingot inputs, so that's definitely something. Why you know making antimony from dust? Are we keeping dust for some reason? We don't have a craft for antimony ingots? Or are we, like, auto-converting them? What's going on with antimony? Are you, like, here with antimony? Where's antimony go? An exceptional question. Clearly we're getting some, right? Because I saw some pop up. How did I have antimony set up? Well, you are being weird again. Why you keep getting stuck? Not a chunk loading thing, I know that. Okay, antimony ingots are happening. Can we get antimony from the drill? Not really. So you're getting gummed up. Is it you that's getting gummed up? Like, what's causing the gumming up? Maybe we should do that. That's better. Okay, yeah, you might have gotten gummed up. I should have set up, like, a pulse option here. Yeah. That's interesting. It's like lasering. Maybe it's not getting power fast enough? How are we doing power for this dude? It's this thing, right? Are we not getting power fast enough? That could be the problem. That's the problem. We're not getting power fast enough into those dudes. Haha. So I have an idea for that. Energy. Let's double the rate at which we ingest power. Why not? So we do this. I always said that I should have a second tier of energy transmitter. And then we should be able to copy, paste. Cool. And then what I'll do is I'll just shift you over. Wrong one. Wrong way. That way. Cool. And now let's see if you want to behave yourself. Maybe not. Definitely not quite enough. I'm gonna let both do particles. Just because it'll be fun. Is that better? I feel like we're net gaining. I think that works. That is kind of cool. You have to admit, that is super cool looking. Just look at it go. That is awesome. And we're doing good on antimony now. That is cool. Come on. How cool is that? How cool is that? Now I just need 2 more holes and I'm good, right? Alright, so let's wrap up the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Lots of fun stuff happening today. To be fair, we still have some LV cabling going around somewhere, but like I'm okay with that for now. Those main areas were like my big concern. Okay. What I'll do is another HV steam turbine, so that will be cool on that. We should have no problem making that now, after I get some more battery alloy. I'm guessing antimony is still my problem. Ish. It's not the antimony, I assume. It's the actual production of the alloy being slow. Yeah, he's on his way. Should be cruising. Cool. Alright, so we'll wrap up here. Next episode we'll come back. Maybe more upgrades to power and such. And we'll have fun doing a bunch of cool stuff. For now, Adult20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.